The problem with many people is that they make religion out of everything about life. So somebody comes to work, he doesn't know anything about it. In the morning, he prays in tongues very loud to let the office know that a servant of Jesus Christ is here. And then after he's done praying, there's nothing wrong with praying. But when you are done praying, what do you understand about the files? What do you understand about the case study? You are a doctor, you forget scissors in somebody's stomach. Meanwhile, you are the one telling the whole hospital to fast. So there's a problem. We don't know. We are not masters of what we do. If you want to be fruitful, you must be the best at what you are doing. If you don't master it, you can never be fruitful. Because this world responds to what you know. The way the system is designed. See, if no matter how you love your brother, if you are doing something, you won't involve him because you love him. I'm running a ministry now. I won't invite my cousin to come and preach because I love him. No, he must know something. He must have values to offer. He must have understanding. Because if he carries the microphone, he can begin the sermon by saying, "Thank you, my brother, I love you." But that's not what people came to hear. People came to hear deep things about God to change their lives. So if he doesn't have it, he will sit by my side. He will never be on the altar. The problem we have is that we think the world will open to us out of sentiment. Nobody has that time. Too many people are dying. Too many people are in pain for you not to have understanding, to think you have a place. Even God will not promote you. This is the problem we have, that many Christians are not fruitful. And they are blaming God and blaming everybody. They will tell you they did this, they did that. But what do you know? That's the question. You will leave this meeting this morning and ask yourself, of the truth, I know God wants me to be a doctor. I know God wants me to be a prophet. I know God wants me to be an apostle. I know God wants me to be a mystery. But what do I know about this field? To be honest, you set the question and write the exam if you will pass. And then check what those who are making impact are doing in that your field. Can you stand with them? Because if you don't have understanding, the platform that should manifest you will become your greatest embarrassment. Sometimes they invite me for a meeting and I see the flyer, my heart starts beating. Because the people you see on the platform, in 5 minutes they can shut the world down. And now know if it's better, you better begin to look for an excuse not to go for that meeting. Because the height of that platform is out there either to glorify you or to disgrace you. What you know is what will translate to your glory. Imagine you say you are a businessman and they invite you to go for a conference, and then you see the flyer, you see Cosmos Maduka, you see people like Elon Musk on that flyer. What will you say? It's not about billion yet. You don't have $1 billion, no problem. But what do you know? Can you talk where they are talking? Because the money is one thing, but the understanding is another. Assume they think you have the money. Maybe they saw your packaging and they assume that you have the money. You say you are a leader. They now invite you for a conference and you see Barack Obama. They say you people will address the people for 40 minutes. That 40 minutes will become a lifetime. Because when Obama is done talking, when they call you, you will run. Diarrhea will start. You will run. You will run. Now, if you want to be great and fruitful, that's how you think. Whatever it is they know, they don't have two heads. I will find it and I will know it. So that when I talk, somebody will be blessed. Look at the scriptures very quickly. Let me show you 1 or 2 verses. These are laws that govern productivity. See, there are places you go to because you stood there. Your life can change. But for you to stand there, you must know something. This thing is not a gift. The world, see, this system responds to what you know. This generation where you go on TikTok, you are seeing naked people. Your head is full of naked people. Everything is full of distraction. And you want to change a generation. An Arabian prince was talking recently and he said, if you find TikTok in China, all you will see on it is calculations and mathematical quiz and competition. It's only when you come to Africa that TikTok is about somebody naked. If you upload, if any of such thing is found in that country, you'll be jailed. Because they want their children to think mathematics. So there's a law around it. They know how this thing works. So when you're on the internet, you are learning. You are not there wasting time. Because the world will respond to what you know. And your impact will be a function of what you know. Your fruitfulness is not a gift. is a manifestation of the extent to which you know. If you don't know, you can't have impact. Genesis 41 verse 39. Joseph was in Egypt for at least 17 years of his life. When he came, in the prison alone, he was there for about 14 years. Nothing changed about his life. One moment before Pharaoh, he spoke, and Pharaoh said, as much as God have shown you these things, he said, there is none as discreet and wise as thou art. The next verse will shock you. One encounter because of knowledge. See how he catapulted the man. He said, thou shalt be over my house. The question is, how about those who were working with Pharaoh for 30 years? They don't know as much as Joseph knows. So Pharaoh will not put you in charge of his house out of sentiment. He said, you will be in charge of my house, and according unto thy word shall all the people be ruled. How about your cousin, sir? How about your uncle? How about your auntie? It takes knowledge to rule. If I give the country to my uncle, we will die. The starvation will wipe out Egypt. So I love my uncle. I can send him monthly allowance. But if he has to do with ruling Egypt, he's the most discreet and wise person that will rule. He said, only in the throne will I be greater than you. What if his father's brother was alive? It doesn't matter. See, pursue knowledge. Understanding is a law in the spirit. The moment you know, the door will open. The moment you know, productivity will become a byproduct. The reason you are struggling is not because the devil is powerful. The reason you are struggling is because you are ignorant. The moment knowledge comes, even the devil can be uprooted. Bishop David Oyedepo said something. He said there are no mountains anywhere. He said every man's mountain is his ignorance. And if you think it's a lie, try it. Improve your understanding and see the way the world will respond to you. Nobody should struggle. Every area of struggle is an alarm system that ignorance is locking. The moment you replace ignorance with knowledge, you will discover that doors will begin to open. Because for those who are enjoying open doors, it's not because they love them. It's because of what they know. I'm not here in this conference because I'm loved. I'm here in this conference, respectfully speaking, because God's servant felt I have something to tell you. If I don't have anything to tell you, this is a very senior minister. Before you book an appointment, you must have something to say. If you make the mistake of assuming, see our generation, people are buying cream. Their skin is glowing. They are in salon. Eyelashes is sharp like razor blade. Nobody cares about your eyelashes if it has to do with rulership. Your skin can glow, you'll be a bodyguard. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a bodyguard. Your skin can glow, you will be a cleaner. Everybody who has a place on the table came with value. It's not your skin they use to recruit you, it's your certificate. What do you know? That's what they are saying. If you don't have something, if you don't have understanding, sir, you will go nowhere. And the problem is that we are not investing energy where it matters. Is it wrong to have a good haircut? No. Is it wrong to have good skin? No. Is there anything wrong in dressing well? There's nothing wrong. Everybody should do that. It's part of excellence. However, if there's nothing in your head, that looks is a waste. He said, because you are wiser and more discreet, he said, rule over Egypt. Not because I know you by blood. Not because I love you. Not because you are my relative. I don't even know where you came from. It was many years later that Joseph came to him and said, I'm from Israel. My father is suffering somewhere. They are coming. You have a father? Okay, bring them. So the man didn't know where he came from. His background was not a factor. Knowledge covered for it. Before you go and meet the person, some people will enter your office and greet you with your language first. Or Gasa, if you don't know anything, language won't help. It will not help. You enter an office where a system is working. You come, you say, Sanusa. Sanu, what do you know? Anya Opani, Anya, what do you know? I've responded to your greeting. What do you know? This office is not running by language. is running by understanding. Understanding is a law in the spirit. If you want to be fruitful, know something and be the best in what you know. This is why, as touching knowledge, you don't rest until the day you leave here. You keep learning every day, because the key to the next door is the understanding you acquired.
This message is available on all digital platforms. Kindly visit our website at www.encounterjesusministriesinternational.org for more information.